Morning, everybody. Chad, Adler Farms. Well, it's not actually morning. Technically, it's 11:30. Technically it is. Can you all hear me? The wind is ripping. Let me stand next to this. I don't know if the wind noise is better or if the flapping is better. Did it work? Their IBC tote. This is transportation, water, things like that. Black cover. And a lot of you guys were concerned. They were like, black, don't use black. It grows algae. Yeah, it does. Everything grows algae. Metal, kiddie pool, it all grows algae. But we don't store water in this, okay? What is, I think this is 265 times 8. Some of y'all have a lot of faith in this little coyote, but 265 times 8 is somewhere north of 2,000 pounds, which is the max for my hay forks. This will pick up about 2,800 pounds, and I've done it. When we got our flooring from the cabin, the freight shipping label, like the one that says this is what this weighs for freight purposes, was 2,700 pounds. And I picked that up out of the back of the freight truck that dropped it off right there and lowered it to the ground with this and then sat it on the trailer box by box. I knew better than to drive with it because obviously you wouldn't be able to balance or move. You'd tip tractor. If you hit a bump, you'd roll over. Don't worry, we don't have 265 gallons in this thing 24/7. It's currently empty. 100 gallons in it at once, which is about 800 pounds, which means I don't need a rear ballast. I can do whatever I want. I can drive around the farm and it doesn't get away from me or get out of control. But a 100-gallon tank at the bottom of the farm. We've got two, I believe they're 40-gallon tanks in a couple other spots, and that's what I use this for. But once, like, I only put enough in here to fill those and then I quit, right? So anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, let's clean some water troughs. Pretty nasty, but we have temperatures. Hope y'all are doing, by the way. If you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. I am gonna stand in the shade of this lovely tractor canopy though. This whole week, we have heat indexes over 110. I believe on Wednesday, the temperature is 105. The feels like is projected to be like 119 when you factor in humidity. If you can't tell, I'm built for the mountains, not the beach, so that's gonna be pretty brutal. Like it. Hopefully I was recording. Yep. 15 minutes. Remember, kids, you cannot beat algae, okay? I've done the charcoal filters. I've done gold. I haven't done the fish thing, but I think that's been done enough. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe you need a special type of goldfish, I don't know, but I ain't got time to run to the pet store. But this is what works for us. The alpacas stand in these. They won't stand in this one. So this is the one we keep the cleanest. But because it's out here in the shade, or out here in the shade, because it's out here in the sun, they don't actually even use this one the most. They use the one, nope, right there, the most, because it's in the shade, which is why we have the IBC tote. If I didn't explain it enough, we only put enough water in there to fill 110 gallons there, and then 2 other spots on the property where it's about 40 gallons. And we don't store it with water in it. So whether this cover is black or aluminum foil, it doesn't matter, there's nothing in it. Why'd you buy it? I don't know. I was on Amazon at 2 o'clock in the morning and I was like, oh yeah, my IBC tote, which I bought for $35, needs a $30 cover. Anyway, get a good look at it because it won't be that clear very long. This one was one that we had not cleaned in a while, and I've said this a dozen times, no matter what you hear on the interwebs. Case did this chore all summer, and now he's back in school, so it falls back on me, which is okay. Proud of you, buddy, love you. What I typically do too, I'll leave like I'll only fill up 2 of these. I probably won't fill up that one because it's got the most nastiness in it. and the sun will actually bake that. And then you don't even have to power wash it out. You can literally just push broom it. You know, I mean, think about it. Like, I know it's algae, I know it's biomaterial, I know it's organic. Can you have organic algae? Think about using a push broom on a shop floor, okay? If it's just sawdust or dust that has dried and fallen on the shop floor, it's not hard. You get your leaf blower. That's how mine goes because I have a battery powered one. It wasn't sawdust or dried dust off your tractor. What if it was mud and you were using a push broom? You can't do it. So same thing applies. You let the sun cook this for a day, because they don't need all 3 tubs to lay down in. But if you let the sun cook it for a day, you come up here and literally just bang it on the ground, and it just flakes and falls off. But look how clean that is. I'd drink it. But yeah, we'll let that one bake. We'll let that one fill up. This one will fill up. That one I'm not gonna do anything with, because I think Ray's gonna come get it for the piggies here in a little bit, and you'll see that in the video. But this is their main drinking one up here. There's one over there. But yeah, let's, I see that they're actually up and moving, which is kind of surprising as hot as it is. Wind is blowing. I'm sure the audio gives that away. The wind is blowing, and even though it's blowing really warm air, if it wasn't blowing, yeah, it's already 94 degrees and it's 10 till noon. This is the water situation. If we don't do this, they will die. And that's the reason I'm doing it today, because it's only supposed to be 100. The rest of the week it's going to be like 103, 104, 105. So, and I'm not saying I won't give them water the rest of the week. I'm saying I'm not going to come up here and clean these the rest of the week, okay? You don't need to clean them every day. I literally watched June walk through the pond the other day. Patrick right behind her. June takes a dump. Patrick goes under and starts swimming like he's at the Bellagio in Vegas and it's crystal clear. Anybody that tells you got to clean them every day, they're making it up. You clean them every day, they're paying somebody that also doesn't do it every day. Hurrying. It's getting hot. It's getting hot, man. We have not bought a side-by-side yet. Can-Am is releasing something tomorrow. You guys are seeing this on the 19th. Is that right? Yep. Can-Am is releasing their 2024 model tomorrow. See Can-Am changing too much from 23 to 24. Maybe LED headlights, but let's be honest, that's kind of silly. I don't need LEDs because I'm gonna, well, I'll actually probably reach out to one of the sponsors that's already sent us stuff for the truck, get LEDs from them, which would be better than anything Can-Am would put on their vehicles anyway, from the factory. And then it won't matter if the Can-Am don't even have lights, because I'm gonna get so many floodlights and fog lights on it. But we haven't bought anything yet. Definitely decided against the Polaris. Oh my goodness, man. If you're over 6 foot and you own a Polaris, props to you. They ain't happening, man. No way, Scooter. The dealership we were at this time last week looking at Polarises, they're also a Can-Am dealer, and they didn't have a Can-Am, so they shoved us into a Polaris. And it was nice. It was kind of noisy. I know why now, because I've done my research. That's why I don't ever buy anything the moment I see it. But Polarises are easier to change the oil. But that's because there's a hatch in the back of the cab that you open up to reach the oil filter. Well, think about it. That hatch allows you to reach the oil filter, which means all the engine noise and all the heat comes up through that hatch. True story. The Can-Am is sealed. It's a sealed unit. That's why you don't get much dust in it. It's not a car, okay? They're not vehicles. You will get dust, you will get some rain if you're in the right conditions. But anyway, yeah, we're skipping the Polaris altogether. It was noisy, it was crowded. The dash was like in your face, whereas Can-Am seems to be more like a cockpit of an airplane where it's like way away from you. That's what we're gonna do. What else? Everybody had a good week of school, I think. Adler starts Wednesday. He's still in preschool. He's got 1 more year left. Probably he'll be 5 June of next year, and I'm probably gonna go ahead and send him to kindergarten. My brother and I, Kyle and I, our birthdays were May 29th. They are May 29th, just 2 years apart. And yeah, I mean, I was the youngest and the smallest in my class the whole way through high school, but I don't think it ever held me back. I made great grades. Did I grow more after high school than some of my friends? Yeah, I was only 17 years old when I graduated. Adler will be the same way, but he's just, honestly, he's too stinking smart to leave in preschool or some kind of kindergarten transition class a 3rd year, okay? So Anyway, yeah, this is his last year of preschool. He goes 3 days a week, and then I believe he'll start and go full-time half day. I think that's what we do. I need to check. Much better. Much, much better. Like I said, we'll let this one dry out. Let's aim it. Well, won't dry out with water in it, Dossie. And in case you didn't hear every word I said, ain't nobody cleaning them daily. And even if they say they're doing it, they're not. And if they're paying somebody, they're definitely not. And they don't even know if it's getting done. Yeah, so it's pretty slick. I think if anything, it just kind of protects it a little bit. And honestly, the black, I mean, it's a farm. We've got equipment. We've got, I don't want to say, it's not junk or trash. It's stuff we use. But we've got stuff sitting all over the farm that it takes to actually run a farm. But, you know, for 30 bucks, having a cover I can put over that, it scream a little bit less. I'm an IBC tote in the middle of your pasture. It's kind of cool. So anyway, that's what we got. And if we ever do leave water in it, we've got that. So I know black heats it up. Listen, we've been over this. Surface temperature, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's way different. I think I scienced it one time on Google. I have no idea. Man, nothing screams dust bath time like 95 degrees at noon. Nothing, man. I mean, if you can't handle a good dust bath on a 95 degree day, you ain't as tough as Tina. That's all I gotta say about that. Hang on. I'm telling jokes. I want to make sure we don't fill this up too much. I can't even lift it. Oh no, we got a long ways to go. And here we have the rare Miss Tina. Oh, looking for her pool. She won't be happy about that. Talk to Mom. I didn't do it. Get you a good drink. Oh yeah, that's the goods right there. That's the good stuff, huh, Miss Tina? I thought their necks were like straws. Why are you spooning it? Huh? Look at him ears, Roxy. Look at him. Oh, maybe we'll get it again. That was so funny. I don't know if she wants water or if she thinks she's rolling in. That's too funny. I've never seen her do that. We can actually go up to this. There's another bracket right there. We can go up that high and the tractor can still handle it. Whew. And by the way, if you're moving one of these with your tractor, make sure your forks are level. They're canted a little bit right now, but I mean, like, I filled it up one time and they were like this because I just wasn't paying attention. And I got a little over the line, but a little over the line when you're running that 800 to 1,000 pound tipping point. Let's just say I'm glad Ray wasn't outside because I had to throw it in emergency mode and just dump the water because I almost hit her truck with the tractor and the forks and the IBC tote. Not on camera, it didn't happen. Rosie, why are you turning white? That's weird. That's weird, Rosie. Oh, look out. Here, get a drink. I'll back up. Does she drink water yet? She got a drink. I missed it. Tina doesn't share her water with anybody. Tells you how good of a mom she is. Still nursing too. Will for about 6 months, but man, it's hard to beat fresh water, huh? Tart blue, and she's like, nope. Rosie never has liked the water. I don't know. I should say she likes it, but she wants it at her own pace. She wants to ease into the pool. Don't squirt me. It is cool seeing Rosie become more independent, like real quick, because that is her mom, who has now had her second baby on the farm, Ruby. And Rosie used to be like glued to Mama's hip, to the point where we had to like make sure that she weaned her. She was so on her hip. We'll go over here first and offload about 50 gallons. That's 50 with a capital 50. Man, what a glorious day. And amen for the wind. This would be torture. But I was telling Ray, I only film in the mornings. You guys don't see a lot of the chores we do during the day. I think we've made like one video in an afternoon or something where it was like not starting at 7 a.m. I was like, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do some chores this morning, but not start filming until later, give them a different view of the farm. I'll see if I can talk Ray into it. You guys know how she is with the heat. But like I told her, I said, just drive your truck. Like literally just drive the truck to your spots. Where's your baby? Oh, should have dropped her off at the sitters. What's up, buddy? What you doing? You want some water? Woo! Come here, Bubba. Come on, man. Donkeys, genetically engineered, created by God for the desert climate, okay? So they're here running water. They're like, meh, I took a drink 3 days ago. I'll be all right. So they don't just come running. This is more for Lucy, so she doesn't have to like walk to get water if she wants. The cows will come up here and drink on this, you know, whatever. It just keeps them from having to hoof it just to get a little bit of water. And this is always in the shade right here, always. It comes to right about here. We've checked. There's also a camera up here so we can see it. It comes to right about here during the day, and then as the sun moves, it goes behind these trees, and then it's, like I said, it's in the shade all day. Hang on a minute. Okay, I'll stop. I'm done. I'm sorry. See what happens. But whoa, that's a ram. Where in the world did he come from? Yep. Oh wait, we're gonna get playtime. There's a lot of spunk. Look at her. Boy, she's yours, ain't she? Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy. Look at that donkey. My goodness. Oh, look. Meow. Meow. Oh, we got the baby donkey rolls. Hang on, a lot of baby stuff going on right now. Mom says, hey, look out, my turn. All right, see Lucy's hooves? Not too bad. Not too bad. We are. Talked to her yesterday. She's still coming. August 29th. We got a lady coming to take care of all the hooves on all the horsies. You gonna do it too? It's a 3-roll day. Look at Lucy. Look at Lily. Your daughter just said, hey, move, old man. She sure did. You're a good dad. You're just like me. Kids first. That a boy. I tell you what, they don't run and move like that if they don't feel safe and secure. Yeah. And Lucy's watching always, trust me. But this guy right here. Yeah. Yep. You're such an asset. See what I did there? That almost hurt. There was so much dad joke in that one. You guys often ask if we're gonna build a barn, if the animals have somewhere to go for shade, things like that. And no, we're not gonna build a barn. As far as shade goes, they've got, hang on a minute. Hey, everybody watch out. They've got so much shade, it's not even funny. Hang on, we better. Let me get them some before I get rushed. Whew. Anyway, like I was saying, all gone, lady. They've got so much shade, it's not even funny. And it's like 20 degrees cooler in the shade. I mean, it's incredible. So, absolutely incredible. If you'll notice, we don't have Finn back yet. It's too hot. It's too hot to go over there and run them and work them. And he is on, let's see, there's 10 acres, 40, and then another 150. He is on the other side of that almost 200 acres. He is way, way over there. So I text the owner. It's all good. He knows he's over there. He offered to help me get him when it's not hot. And we could get up in the morning and do it, but what we're really waiting on is at night, which they haven't been coming over here because it's so hot, but at night, about every 3 days, those cows where Finn is at, they come from way over there to right here on our fence line. You guys have seen me show them in the reels and the shorts. And when they do, I'm gonna text my neighbor, and there's a gate at the top of this little area right here, and we're just gonna block them in. And then where you saw the fence down the other day, in my last video, where you saw the fence down, we're gonna put a gate in between him and I. Barbed wire is already pretty bad. It needs to be stretched. Might as well take the opportunity. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll put a gate in, and that way when they go here or come there or whatever, we got an easy way to get them back and forth. Versus opening that barbed wire that is about worthless. So anyway, woo! It's about 3/4 of the way full. I'm gonna go get more. I'm not gonna show it. And then, yeah, hopefully they'll come over here and get a drink like they normally do. Oh wait, I do want to show you mine park. Yeah. This right here, I put my mineral tub with the fly control in it. Actually, those are mineral tubs with the fly control. That's mineral mixed with garlic. But I put those up on that pallet because, you know, we get rain in here now that the cows have trampled this down. And I'm glad I sank those posts almost 3.5 feet deep. But anyway, now that we have this trampled down back here, it was getting wet. So I put it on that pallet, and that should help for quite a while. I say getting wet and talking about rain like it's something I got to worry about all the time, which I don't right now. But when it gets this hot and it rains, the ground is so dry that it can't soak the water up fast enough, and you wind up with water pooling where it doesn't normally pool. So anyway, if you can't tell, it's getting hot. My mental facilities, my thinking ain't so strong right now. Yeah, we've got 3 or 4 large areas. I mean, that's like, yeah, that's probably 100 feet by 30 feet off the fence. I mean, that's huge. That's a big area to lay down in, and we easily have 3 or 4 of them. And you can see, even at 12:30 now, on the nose, how much that shade is going to grow this way. By 3 o'clock, that shade will be on this ArrowQuip chute and panels. Should we go sit at the picnic table and close it out?
Sure.
Might have some company.
What else is new?
You don't know how to get rid of them though? Look at it. Look at it. Here it comes. Tipsy. It's coming. Look out, guys. Look out.
It's so funny, dude.
They've all been sprayed, so there's no reason to spray them again, but Juno's have a horsefly on her butt. I don't want to spray right there. That's their water.
You need to use your feet at the same time.
Woo! There we go. And one of them's peeing in the pool.
Well, yeah, she's about to pee in her water bowl, but they're literally going to the bathroom at the same time.
So there's Izzy and Annie. Where's missing Maggie?
Maggie! Maggie! Come on! Come on, Maggie. Come on.
Meow. Woo!
Good girl.
Easy, Franklin.
Come here.
Well, it's currently, it feels like, do you know what the feels like is?
I do not.
108 degrees. And today's not even the hottest day. This is just the start of it.
Yeah.
So there's
The
that.
start of our heat wave. That's supposed to last, I think, about a week.
Almost a week, yeah. And then next week it's like highs in the 80s and down to the 60s at night. So can't wait for that.
Show everybody what kind of cup you're drinking out of. It's really cute.
It was really cute.
Is that still water?
Yeah.
I gave him that cup and made him drink it. It's water. Or at least it was water.
So I don't know if you guys could tell towards
Still
the
water.
end. I don't know if you guys could tell towards the end of that video, but I started to lose it a little bit. My thinking ain't so strong right now. Yeah, that's why you film at 7 o'clock in the mornings. But I wanted to wait until 11:30 to start filming, but by the time I got done, it was 1 o'clock and it was already a feels like of, I don't know, probably somewhere around 100. But yeah, that's why you don't do that. That's why you get up in the morning and do it. But anyway, yeah. Everybody's good. Everybody's alive. Everybody's healthy. Like I mentioned, Finn's still at the neighbors, but we're not going to go press the neighbors' cows or Finn in this heat.
Yeah, he's probably going to stay over there
Yeah.
until it cools off.
And I did text, I guess we'd call him Mr. B. I did text Mr. B, and he's perfectly fine over there. He's totally okay. He even offered to help. So.
Well, we did try to get him that one day, and he wasn't having it. And
Well, we ran him to the gate, which
Yeah.
would lead to Ben's pasture. And Ben and Mr. B are two different people, but they run cows on each other's property. And in between their property, there's a gate, probably 40 acres that way. And we got Finn up near it, but he turned and followed the girl cows that he can't do anything with because he's a steer, but hey, whatever. Or maybe that's why he's over there, because yeah.
on those 80-degree days, though, we'll go get him.
Yes.
Because it ain't going to be right now.
We'll wait. Now, if he does make his way over here on our fence line, we can probably, reevaluate or try something, but.
And they do. It's funny because that whole herd comes up to our fence line every evening. And now that he's been over here, we haven't seen any of them.
It's like he's told his friends, don't go over there. Mom and Dad will make me go home.
Yeah.
Just give Junebug her space. So, man, she's got that horse fly. I'm going to get that fly. Hang on.
Oh, nailed it.
I did. I didn't get it on camera, though, but that was a good shot.
That was a good shot.
I may have killed that dude. He's down,
No kidding.
he's down there.
I saw it just fall.
So, June can handle a little more fly spray than everybody else. Number one, she's a Highlander. Her hide is all thicker. On top of, she gets in the pond and it comes off.
Poor girl. That's the reason why she's got so many flies is because she hangs out in that pond. And
Correct.
they just kind of like fester all over her. But she is hairy, and you're right, the hide's a lot thicker, so she has to get in there. Highlands definitely need a pond in the summertime to be able to survive out here in this.
For sure.
And that
Which is
was
why
one
we're
of
not in a hurry to take it away from them.
Or get more Highlands, to be honest.
Surely,
Not
yeah,
until
for sure, not right now. Yeah. If we don't stay on top of the water and the ponds and all that right now, they will die. So that's the simple, hard truth. There are farms out there, you guys know, that the heat just takes a toll. So we got to keep an eye on them all week. We will be extremely attentive. I was telling them how we have, you know, we don't necessarily have a barn, but we've probably got, I mean, what do you think that is over there by the chute where the donkeys are? Probably 60 feet off the fence and probably 100 feet long. That's 6,000 square feet of shade. And there's one, I'd call that 2. We could safely call that 3 and 4.
Yeah.
5 up there by Shanda.
Oh yeah, and they hang out up there a lot, and it's on top of the hill, so I think they get way more of a breeze up there in that
For
spot.
sure, that's true. I didn't think about that. And we did notice, not that we haven't explained this before or told you guys, but and again, we're learning. We want to share stuff with you that we notice, but
it's really bright out here too. Sorry.
You want to sit face the other way?
No, it's okay.
Remember when we were pulling Frank? Well, not when we were pulling Frank. When Mr. Miller and Mr. and Mrs. A were pulling Frank. Remember, it started pouring, and we were standing underneath the trees, and we hardly got wet.
I didn't get wet at all.
Big, beautiful trees, just doing what they do with their leaves and blocking it.
So when cows and stuff or animals go under trees, like in rainstorms, like I always just thought, oh my gosh, they're getting rained on, or like little babies, you know, it would make me sad. But after that night and it rained and we were under the trees, I literally did not feel a drop of water the entire time. And I'm still amazed. I'm still impressed by that. It's insane how much the trees provide that much coverage and
that was a legit storm.
Shelter.
Like they were calling for it that night.
Yeah.
Remember, we were super nervous because she went into labor.
Yeah.
And they kept saying the storm's coming, and it did. It poured on us.
I didn't get
hard.
wet at all.
So.
Not a single drop. I'm not even exaggerating. It's crazy. It blows my mind.
But we'll stay on top of it. All the babies are healthy. I don't know that you guys saw Ruby. Yeah, you did. You saw Ruby. I'm sorry. I was making sure you saw all the animals. Everybody's healthy, but anyway.
That picture you took, Ruby and Rosie are huge. They're stout. Like mamas make stout babies.
They do.
They're just thick. It's kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Frank's just. I know it's cute, and you guys are like, you can't eat Frank. Look, he's hanging out with all the animals.
How hungry it is, but Goose and Maggie were just now on top. Like he loves Goose and Maggie.
But here's the thing I know about Frank. It's almost like he lets them do it because at any given time he can just, you're done, and he kind of, you know. I mean, I look at it this way. Tessie and June were half sisters, so technically there's a quarter of Tessie in there. I said it. We had to move. Tessie had to move down the road.
He's being ornery with us, but I don't know. I don't really know why.
Well, we'll band him and see if he calms down a little bit. But honestly, still gonna eat.
Yeah, well, I can't get near him anymore. He just kind of like just charges at me with his head, and he just won't.
And he's not even doing what Patrick does yet. Patrick will get all over June. Frank hasn't even figured out that yet. Yep. So we'll stay on top of it. But yeah, with 5 or 6 places that are at least 50 or 60 feet wide and probably 100 feet long along the fence, that's 6. Let's underestimate. Let's say they're all 40 feet by 100 feet. That's 4,000 square feet, and we've got 6 of those. That's a 24,000 square foot barn. Did I do the math right?
You would think we just have trees along our fence line, but no trees in the middle of our property, but you don't really need it.
Well, and we've driven by a few ranches, one of them on the way to our house, where
actually there's more.
There's about 40 head of cows under one tree. That's a bit extreme for me.
We've got big open field and pastures all around us, and when you're driving, the cows don't have shade in a lot of our farms around us.
We like that our cows have shade. That's why we haven't gotten. That's why we haven't gotten them off and out of the pond yet. Patrick, you want some fly spray, buddy? If you pick it up. They've all been bathed pretty good though. I wouldn't actually do it. Too much of that can burn their skin.
Yeah.
And Ray knows that. We're just moving it because he was gonna pick it up with his teeth. Anyway, we're gonna get out of here. I appreciate you guys watching. We're gonna do all the things to make sure that everybody's healthy and they all stay, good and alive, including myself. I didn't drink a Monster this morning. I'm hurting, man. I got a migraine. Like, I don't even know what a migraine is. I don't know if I've ever had one or not, but I'm hurting.
You could, but you had it while you were filming this morning, like if they could tell.
Yeah, towards the end of the video when I talked about losing my mental, I think I said facilities. My mental facilities, faculties, facilities. But I was hurting, man. The back of my head was throbbing.
He came in and was not okay,
Yeah.
so.
Don't tell that, my mom's watching.
Or your wife, because I tell you 50,000 times a day to drink water, and I gave him medicine, and it's taken you forever to drink this too.
That's the second one, dear.
It better be.
That's a tiny cup. So, one of these days I'll be cool enough to get a Stanley. Anyway, we're gonna go on that note because it's heating up and the sun is getting ready to drop far enough we have to scoot over on the bench. So, with that said, we promised to do all the things. We're gonna keep doing it. We'll keep you guys updated. Stay tuned for Ray's video.
Bear with us in the heat.
She had an emergency yesterday. Don't tell him yet.
Yeah.
But she had an emergency yesterday with the little pigs again. So.
They didn't disappear, but you know.
Not her fault, but.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'll video about it maybe this evening so you can see it tomorrow. Maybe.
Thanks, Pat.
I'll let you know.
All right. You'll be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces. See you guys.